Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's your girl Ruth is hanging out. I'm not sleepy yet. I'm just thinking about I know it's a sympathy thing, needing our energy. Thinking about everything going on, the war and everything, and how the poor kids and the elderly feel right now. Not just to mention everybody else who's going through the war and how it's affecting our kids today. And then if we would so called have one over here, how would it be for the kids? You know what I'm saying? You ever thought about the kids that's in foster homes, CPS, um, living on the street, you know, abused, hospitals, elderly in hospitals? Because having that storm over here, when we had the flood and the hospitals flooded out, that was a disaster. And to think anything about war coming, it'll be a total disaster. Imagine how the parents would feel, the ones that do care. Say some hooked on drugs, whatever it may be, the people lying, making them come and take their kids away from their mothers, parents, lying on them, which I've seen that. And boy, the ones who told on the parents, some of them are not alive. But anyway, some of them had some tragic things happen to them. You ever think about, that if anything happens and they can't get their kids back for whatever reason, they got in that place, because I used to work for CPS and Mickey Leland Crisis Nursery. It was a little facility, but it was so sad, to see these kids, crack babies, kids that been abused sexually, physically, and how the system give the kids back to the abusive parent. And some kids, you have to hold the crack babies just right. They have to be wrapped just right in order for them to feel secure. And I used to let them sleep with me and stuff like that. And you had workers that were jealous of certain kids and they abused them. It's just something else. It's just, and then put a war in the middle of this for their selfish reason, control, still wanting to do the sacrifice thing, the kids coming up missing, people still looking for their kids, not only just family members and loved ones, and the war break out. Then we got those that are wanting up each other and knowing you might need whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? And then you are stuck on being deceitful and not prepared. Because I know for a fact that if something has happened to me and mine, and we need some help, I'm not going to refuse help from whatever color or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure nobody else will either. But people don't think about that. The main people that you mess with is the main people you're going to need. It's just sad to me, how things are going. Yeah, in this world today, it's just like, and it's repeated, now that we all know it's been reincarnated over and over and over again, we still ain't learned shit. Still ain't learned how to be happy and let other people be happy. Still have not learned those lessons. Regardless of who's pushing the agenda, you got common sense and free will, you know? You can figure that out yourself. Unless you got an agenda. And like I say, how much do you need? You know what I'm saying? How much will satisfy you? Do anybody know their stopping point? Or just the point of making sure somebody else don't have it? That's seemed to be the norm for centuries, right? making sure somebody else don't get on your level or pass you up or outdo you or have a better idea than you or something. It's just like, man, have not learned nothing all these millenniums, all these centuries, all these decades. Everybody's still doing the same thing over and over, over and over and over. Y'all ain't tired. Who you trying to impress now? Who are we trying to impress now? We done and did everything. If there were people or other planets, they don't want us there. I'm pretty. I wouldn't. If I was on another planet, I would tell them, no, they can't come over here. Oh no. I just be thinking about stuff like that. It's like, people in the mental hospitals, and just all kind of way. People haven't even found yet from different storms, locked up, caged up, the animals. I don't know. They just don't stop and think to me. I don't understand it. It's like, how much do you want? I mean, how much is enough? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see a little something. See something. See, but maybe. I like these cards in a whole lot of ways because it kind of help you figure out a lot of things, give you the upper hand. Like this and this, looking out into the horizon, like I'm thinking what's going on with the world. We have this whole beautiful earth to make it great, and we prefer to not and to stop other people from it. Then you worry about the coin, and I realizing the coin is a trap. The money is a trap. And you burden down with all kind of stuff instead of releasing that. Some people don't have no feeling. They can care less about how you do. I don't know. I guess everybody made from a different cloth. Some people got hard-hearted, I guess, because of things that happen in their life or program. Because a lot of people who doing a lot of these crimes, and then they ask them about doing it and they don't remember. They actually don't remember because they're being programmed. Now, some lying, okay? You know, I take this not only as an emperor, but Mother Earth. It's like she's saying, I gave y'all all this stuff. I mentioned that already. And y'all just keep abusing it. Y'all just keep scoping out what you're going to build, using that concrete, destroying the breathing of the earth, trying to one up each other, stealing, taking things from each other. How you said, breadcrumbing each other, giving to some, not giving to the other. Thinking you have that power and authority till it's your turn. Then it's you. Not enjoying this beautiful earth, having peace of mind. I think people are scared to have peace of mind. I think people are scared to be happy. They like this card. They like the karma, the justice, the drama, the trauma. Just like Mother Earth said. They probably couldn't live without a lot of noise and stuff. You know, people, messing around over each other and nobody faithful and gossiping and not really helping each other. You know, partying all the time and being deceitful and sneaky is fun. To go behind my partner back and mess with their friends, family members, best friend, whatever. Hey, Stray, it seems like it's fun to them to do all this stuff, to be in control, speaking my truth. What truth is it? But there's gonna be a truth come. It's gonna be a truth come. Frustrated with work. People scared to not do have anything to do. They scared to. They so used to being, bound down with worries and trapped and working hard to the bone and dying and reincarnating and all that kind of stuff over and over again. You know, instead of this being releasing frustrations while we need it, anxiety, frustration. Why we gotta keep going through all that, feeling bad? Why didn't you just be truthful with people and not break their heart and be on with people that's on your level? But no, you want to come like it's like when I was in high school. In school, the guys that wasn't so popular wanted the girls that were popular, knowing they're not on their level, even in thinking, not even realizing they're better than those girls or guys, but they still wanted them. And it was a selfish agenda to me because they wanted to be seen, they wanted to be popular. It wasn't for the girl per se, it was what she can do for them. And then when they don't, look, Dennis Rodman, he was an example. He couldn't get the girl he wanted in school, so he blamed the black. He went against his whole black women race because he couldn't get the girls in school that he wanted. So he low graded every black person. It's like every black woman, And you prefer tropical, surreal, or draconian astrology? I think they all play a role. You know, I think it helps you understand yourself. That's what I found out when I researched them. It helps you understand more about you, why you do what you do. You know, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I think it's more than that. You know, got medical. It's a whole bunch of others. You know, not being a fool. People don't want to be a fool. They don't want to be. Some people want to take risks. Some people scared to take risks. Some people don't want to. A fool to me is like, okay, I realized that this wasn't for me. I was going at something that I shouldn't have been going towards, and I need to turn back around, and go another way, and admit when I'm wrong, and keep on going instead of keep on, striving for something that's not for you, you know. Yeah, striving for something, keep going towards it, just turn it around. Who everybody owes something? Who? I mean, I don't understand. I think all we owe each other's respect, uh, each other's space. You know what I'm saying? Allowing that person to live and let live the way they want to. Not trying to stop them or hinder them or go at them, the wrong way. That's what I think we owe each other. But the rest, I don't owe, supposed to be impressing you. I'm not supposed to dance for you. I'm not your clown, you know. I don't. And then some people they rather see you dead. It hurt me so much when my first two kids' father before he passed, and I asked him for something, and he told his daughter, to tell me to go jump off a cliff. You all know how that felt. I had been with him so long to go jump off a cliff. And we couldn't make it because a lot of people was in our business. A lot of things went on in each other's life, but for him to tell me to go jump off a cliff, that was cold. You know, that was something. So because it didn't turn out the way that he didn't even know what he wanted, right? He didn't even know himself. That you would prefer to see me dead, and he actually meant that. He actually meant that. That was something. or sick or something like that. It's like wow. I would never wish that on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Nah, people have came to me all kind of way. I always say I hope that you change your heart, mind, and soul to the creators, but I have said things that people just keep doing people crazy or coming at you, you know. And yeah, I will do something to you, but it's like I would prefer you to change your heart, mind, and soul and be the best person you can be, you know. Get rest, you do what you need to do for you, because everybody's a star to me. Instead of being greedy and how many countries we got that stop water supply on people that want they can't grow anything, the government's against that. All kind of countries try to help them, and they got to go with war. They got to go with getting killed, like Mickey Leland. I was mentioning that in one of my videos. He went to help Ethiopia. They shot his plane out the sky because he found all the food that they were sending over there that the government didn't want them to have it. They were storing it up in containers, big 18-wheelers, container things, and not giving it to the people. So they didn't want him to come back and broadcast to the world. So they killed him. You know. It's just, I don't know, it's just sad to me. These beautiful babies want to get to enjoy their time. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they've been here before, true enough, you know. But who are we to stop them? Perfection year. 12th house perfection year, no. Uh-uh. No, I don't know anything about that. I know, all I know is that, well, you got to go on your chart. 12th house is automatically Pisces. So no, I don't know anything about that. I ain't never heard that before. Let me look that up. What is it about? 12th house perfection year. Oh, what we going through now? Okay. Yeah. I never heard it called that before, but yeah, that's what we're going through right now. Supposed to be getting all that stuff out and things. You see, you're supposed to be seeing everything for what it is. All the secrets are out if you're looking for it. Some of them you don't even have to look for them. Your past life, you done played every role there is possible. So you should be remembering those things. Pain, loss, what somebody did to you, how you going to react when you find out that there was a person following you from the past life, making your life miserable now. Yeah, everything is out in the open. Yeah, that's why I think we're in Pisces right now. Pisces moon or Pisces something. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right now. It's like, but although we know these things, when is the stopping point? When is the time for the just nothing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand they say the evil good, which I think is evil, is only to put you, make you recognize some things. That's what I think evil is. But the deceit that comes from people, that's a totally different thing. The evil, the demon, or whatever, it's just if you're going off your path or if you're going the way you weren't supposed to go, it kind of trigger you back. Then we got the humans that use that and come at you to make sure that you don't succeed. Those the ones that's doing a lot of stuff. Not the unseen. To me, the unseen doing some stuff, but I think it's to help you and help you wake up. And it's all according to how you take that. If you're scared to see something or whatever that is, but the humans is sending you stuff, is doing stuff. That's the ones. Sending, messing with your grandma, your ancestors, just messing with stuff, and you try to be nice and gentle and kind to people, and they want you to act like a total fool. They want to be the victim all the time. You did something to them, not taking responsibility for their own actions. At some point, we got to take responsibility for the things that we do. We can't keep blaming the forces and unseen world. What about us human beings here? You know, always rushing, 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 doing everything to just going too fast at all the hidden secrets and the hidden, hidden, hidden secrets, the deep, deep, deep secrets. This is a Pisces card. It's like it's out in the open now. We already know what's going on this planet. The movies, they had to tell you. When they showing you the movies, they telling you what's going on. When you close your eyes and you see stuff, you see what's going on. When you look around your surroundings, you see what's going on. If you're paying attention. That's why some people prefer to stay in their mind. A lot of mental illness people decided to just stay in their world inside of their head because a lot of them can't cope with what's going on. It's like this is just too evil. And then they got, they 1 foot here and 1 foot in the world that they really care about, and they don't want to let it go. So they like in between. So they get to see what's going back and forth in the middle, you know. So they decide to stay where it's comfortable at in their minds. So many things going on. So that's where they're happy regardless of what anybody else feel. Oh, I talk about that all the time. My sun is Libra, my rising is Sagittarius, and my moon is Scorpio. hmm Yeah. See, they want to have victory. We all want to have victory, not just one set being in control of everybody. You know, have good childhood. We want our children to have good childhood. It's good and bad and everything, but I'm just like, when does the deceit give us a break? Because even the Bible says 7 years are just nothing. Just 7 years of just let the world just be. Let Mother Nature just replenish herself. Don't do anything. Let people who are hungry eat. Everybody helping each other. No system of money. None of that. People just live, travel, see the world. They don't even mention that part. And they the ones created this Bible. But they don't want to do it because they're so worried about getting stuff and wanting up and like seeing torture and deceit and they get everybody else caught up in that if you let them and just feeding off your energy and it's just crazy watching you every move you make trying to beat you to it stealing your ideas. It's just I don't know. Sometimes you keep your strength, but sometimes you're just like, man, when is the pampering gonna come on me? When I'm gonna get? When is everybody gonna feel free? When the real togetherness? It's always like this. I can't say I know a couple think in my mind for real. They say one of my grandmother's husband and her, he was dedicated to her, but that was when they were old. I don't know what happened. They were younger. But looking at my mind, I have not seen a couple that really do not mess over each other. And then they always telling you, you have a twin flame, you have a soulmate, and then you got to play these games with them, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's like if that's meant for me, is that's my other half. Why would we treat each other that way? You know, why would we allow people to come in between our relationship? I don't comprehend to that. And then they have a problem with you not wanting everybody. I don't think want to be with somebody, and everybody don't need to be with somebody. But people have a problem when you say that. You being selfish. You still got past hurt from when you was young. You know, what if you just looked at everything and you just decided that you're happy? You know what I'm saying? If that person is not bringing more happiness into your life, and bring you a bunch of drama. Why would you want to put yourself through that? You know, and just waiting, for the right person and enjoy your life while you waiting. Ain't nothing wrong with that to me. Instead of they want to pressure you about that person should leave who they with and they supposed to be with you and breaking more hearts. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's meant, it'll be meant to me. You know, if they want to see the truth, they'll see the truth. Evidently, they had an agenda why they was with these people. You know, and I don't know. It's just like it. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not sitting around waiting. True enough, I'm still married. Uh, Stayed married for a lot of reasons. Never have been together in 23, 20, something like that. We casual. We cordial. Seventh house. I never seen successful relationship. See what I'm saying? It's like it's sad, but then they still want you to. You should be with somebody. You should be with somebody. I think we've been sold a fairy tale. I don't think it's not. I don't think that's what it's meant because if you look through history, even just the Native Americans alone, they had more than one partner. You know, and their main partner was fine with it. Then you look at the Egyptian culture; they were fine with that. Then you had the Romans; they were fine with that. And the woman didn't get her body wore out. You know what I'm saying? She was able to be the woman that she's supposed to be, body intact, healthy. See, you got a lot of people who are wild and they don't know how to appreciate because they wasn't taught how to appreciate the body, and then they abuse it, and then they decide to go and get someone else, and you stuck with an abused body, can't satisfy the next person. And then a lot of people get to giving them money to stay with them, getting to do things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So for review, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. That you got if you go through history, you'll see. So why we got to be sold this Cinderella fairy tale Snow White stuff? I think that was a trick to keep your mind focused on looking for the right person and getting a lot of heartache because they already trained some men. I put that in a lot of my videos. They train some men, teach them how to mess over a woman. Then you got some feminists that teach them how to mess over a man. And like the young girl I mentioned, I forgot her name, Phoenix something. She researched that they were supposed to get 12 women pregnant. It's like it's a game, a dangerous game that they playing, but you started waiting on somebody instead of living your life. I say live your life. My mom taught me my mom did not want to have get married at all. Okay. She wanted to just go and help people. And then when I came along, I wanted to do the same thing. Now, yeah, she had a lot of tragic things happen when she was coming up, but she really wanted to go and help people, you know, and I really did too. So when they told her no, a woman's supposed to get married, have kids, she went with that. She told me the same thing when I mentioned to her what I want to do. I went with that. I didn't feel comfortable in that at all. Now, the people I picked that would thought would be, good husbands, providers, I had a problem. People had a problem with that. They came at us all kind of ways to make sure they wouldn't be together, you know. But y'all just told me I was supposed to pick, what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be with that. So I picked someone that we're gonna make things move along. But people got so jealous. They wanted to see you in heartache. So they did everything in their power to make sure that you didn't get somebody better than them. So the game begins again. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Everybody do what they do, but I'm not sitting around waiting on nobody. Never have really, you know. Um, when I get ready to get my divorce, it's not an issue with him. You know, he got a lot of regret. He got a lot of things that he will not admit when he's wrong, that he's been wrong, that he damaged a whole lot of stuff. But if I look at the whole relationship, we rushed into it. I was jumping from one partner to the next, started having babies, you know, decided, okay, it's time for us to get married. You know what I'm saying? He had just left mom's house or was still at mom's. Mom passed away. Dad got sick. You know, it's like it wasn't just like, oh, love at first sight. It was love at first. We liked each other when we first seen each other. We should have took time to get to know each other better. But by us both being in different situations and for different agendas, we got together, you know, and it was doomed from the start. But the sneakiness that he did shouldn't have happened, you know. But I didn't know him. So that's, you know, that's not my fault that he did some things to break up the family and hurt people. But if you take the time to know yourself, and I didn't know myself at that time, you know. So if you take the time to know yourself, you'll know what to accept. But if you keep accepting what people do to you, they'll know exactly how to treat you. So take the time out to know you, and then you'll know what you allow in your circle, you know, who to come around you, whether that's a partner or just friends or family members, whoever it may be. And you ain't got to be mean and cruel to them, you know. You ain't got to do none of that. Look at that. You ain't hooked to nobody. You ain't Siamese twins. I mean, they are Siamese twins, not disrespecting them, but you always can let go in a peaceful way. You know, you can let people, you know, you got some that's a shame that you finna break up with them because maybe you were there to make them look good or whatever, whatever. But if people will stop and be truthful with themselves and realize they're not happy in a situation either, they miss the red flags or for whatever reason, we wouldn't have all this killing. But there comes some self-esteem, low self-esteem. What happened in the childhood, they still holding that stuff, and then they take it out on other people, you know, for different reasons. You know, throwing these arrows anywhere, hoping they hit. That's not the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to just throw your love all over the place and hope it hits somebody. That's crazy. You know, working, like you said, working on you, taking time to know yourself, you know, then you can avoid this catastrophe. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff you can avoid if you just take the time. Everybody just take the time and just chill. What's wrong with being with yourself for a little while? Why everybody got to be so, I don't know. I guess sex ain't really mean that much to me. You know, if it wasn't beautiful that I think it's the way I think it should be, and somebody understand your love language and you understand theirs, you know, and y'all really talk about it, then it would be beautiful to me. But for somebody always having their agenda and always want to dominate you, you know, that's not sexy to me. That's something that I'd rather just pass by. You know what I'm saying? Focus on business, you know, focus on trying to get every legacies for my kids, legacies for my family, you know, enjoying myself too. I'm not leaving everything to everybody. I want to enjoy myself while I'm here. I just don't want to work, work, work and not enjoy myself and have fun and laugh, you know, be all broke down, can't do nothing, you know. I ain't trying to live like that. That's the agenda of the world. That's the agenda of that Bible, you know, that they created, bits and pieces. I ain't trying to do all that, you know, trying to leave family legacies, you know, inheritance and enjoy mine. I got a lot of them, but you think my greedy family would let us have any of them? They can keep it because they probably got strings attached, trying to one up people, laughing at you, you know. You got family members. I don't know if everybody do that. Got more than you, and they thinking they better, and they looking at you all crazy and stuff like that. It's try whatever. I don't have time for it. They can keep all that. They can keep all of it. What's gonna be for me is gonna be for me, and keep it moving. Okay, so focus on you. I know one thing. When you're not focused on that, that's when some people come around. Then you could choose and date and take applications if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You could be bothered when you want to, but if you focus on it, you're gonna get crap. It's like the forces the I was talking about earlier. It's like, okay, that's all you're gonna be focused on. You're not focused on what you came here to do. You know, okay, so we finna throw you some crap. You know what I'm saying? That's how it seemed to me. So don't focus. I mean, figure out what you came here to do. How can you help? How can you make this a better place? How can we stop making Mother Earth mad at us because she wants us off for this planet? For real, and I don't blame her. And focus on who you can help. Take it off of you and go and do some stuff. You know? Yeah. I take this as much. It's like y'all have got on my last. I am tired and sick of y'all. Before I do something, y'all better do something. I already put that on there. She already said she ready for it. She said we made a contract to stay here, learn holograms, learn how to create your own stuff, and then leave. Send the fourth house of family. Should not focus on it. Family could be anything. Family could be say for instance you working at a daycare or a nursery or CPS, you know, family could be anything. Family don't have to be looking for a mate. You know what I'm saying? Family is a whole lot of stuff. Your animals could be your family. You know, that don't mean just continually okay because I got this. I need to go ahead and look for a family. That's a lot. Now don't listen to people who tell you that. You know, family could be anybody that's close to you that treats you good and you treat them good. That could be friends, neighbors, whatever. That's a family. You know. No, you ain't got to focus on that. It's bringing, yeah, and home could be anywhere. You know, some people live outside and be just as happy, and they call that home. They call the whole earth home. You know, you gotta look at it how you feel inside, not what nothing telling you. You know, because they say my North Node is in Leo. I'm supposed to be with the celebrities. That's not where I'm comfortable at. I don't want to be in the limelight. I don't care about that. If I would, I kind of got forced to get on YouTube, you know. Uh, but just to be, you know, and all the stuff they go through and the sacrifices and, you know, how they be killing their family members off for money and all that kind of stuff, man, please. Y'all be see Hollywood blew up. Shit. You ain't finna kill my I'm not finna do all that to my family for no mansion or no money and no stuff. That's stupid. Then I have nobody to enjoy with. Just them fake people that's all around me. Or who they assign me to marry. Man, please. I ain't never been greedy like that. Sorry. That's not me. Mm-mm. I enjoy the simple things. I can run through a whole bed of flowers and sit and look at the sun and look at the insects. What I don't even know what house mine in. Let me see. Mine in the eighth house of money and secrets. I know what they and that's another thing. I know they secrets. So why would I want to go there? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to join in? I didn't have plenty stars and singers and basketball. All I tried. Y'all world is not my world. It's like I have. You know, it's too much. It's like, you know, for his friendship, laugh and talk. You know, and support me or whatever. I support y'all, but for us getting into that world, I don't know. That's too much control. I don't have time for them Rockefellers and Rothschilds and the parties they got and the worst, you know, and sacrificing the children and eating whatever and the dancing form and old dirty old men and child molest. You know what I'm saying? I got enough right here to deal with. Then I'm gonna go in and join with the real ones. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of stupid to me. You know, I'm just trying to enjoy life the best way I can. That's all I'm trying to do. Enjoy this place, help who I can help, boost who I can help, get to the next level, or at least tell the wisdom and knowledge that I know. Of course, we're in a 3D world that they made it where you need, the money to survive. So I have to make sure that I make some money and show my kids about what's going on and telling them and my grandkids and on, niece and nephew, blah, blah, blah. Since they got it set up this way and keep it moving. I want to travel. I want to see stuff. I got things that I'm doing and, I enjoy doing. I'm finally get to know myself and, enjoying what I'm doing and it's helping and, just creating. I love it. And to be limited and sign contracts and I have to stay and do this with them and I have to stay and do that and I can't move around and I'm got to be dedicated, you know what I'm saying, to perform or whatever it is and they pushing my buttons and I'm a puppet and I can have all that. I don't see that. Mm-mm. And family, I was just thinking about family could be just if it's just you, you know, like I said, you and your animal. Family is all kind of things. But yeah, I don't. No, I know too much stuff for me to go and put myself. And if you look at a whole lot of stars, they regret now who they let them people set up and kill for them to get fame, because it's coming real now. All the truth coming out, like you say, the Pisces thing is out, so they really seeing the truth of what they did. That's why you got a lot of them. I think that's killing themselves because they seeing the truth. I didn't let someone kill this person, that person in my family, and then now I'm here with these wolves, people that don't love me like my family, and mom, whoever they let go, they really cared about them, and then now they stuck. And then what they do? They gonna kill them all sooner or later. They ain't loyal. Shit, yeah, I can have that. Mm-mm. That's all right. I'm good. I am good. Laughing, kiki with whoever I know that's famous, blah blah blah. If I meet, whatever, anymore, and y'all, that's it. Mm-mm. And if I want to live, if I felt like living lavishly, I live lavishly, but that's not somewhere I want to stay. If I feel like going to live in the country, live in the country. If I feel like living outside, live outside. I just want to be able to go and do whatever I want to do. I might want to go sit on the corner, talk to the homeless, laugh and joke and talk and, get some wisdom and knowledge from some of them like I used to do and help each other and help them or whatever the deal is. I might want to go back to my old neighborhoods and hang out, But if I got so much, that's going to be a different situation. It's going to be uncomfortable, you know. So I don't know. I just want to enjoy the simple things, but I know I got it. Like I said, I know we're in the 3D. I like nice stuff too, but I don't worship it. It said it would from the 10th house in your chart. I'm 23, so I'm curious how accurate is it? Well, I just started getting off into this now. So looking back on my life, besides all the BS, I had a pretty nice time. You know, I had a pretty nice time. I met a whole lot of really nice people, regardless of the deceit in some of them. But otherwise, getting to know each other, because communication is a lot in my 10th house. Getting old people, I used to have like friends I can go each weekend to different friends' house. I enjoyed that. We all did something different, you know, and I enjoyed that. work. I went to school. I worked 2 or 3 jobs trying to listen to my daddy's role, really, because my daddy is with Taurus, so he was all about work, and he was all about being somebody. Till I had to realize I am somebody already. Money didn't make me nobody, so I had to realize that, and just live my life. You know what I'm saying? Whoever came into my life, it was for an experience, for learning experience. And, I always worked to get what I wanted. And, ain't nobody give me nothing. My mom took very good care of me, don't get me wrong. And my stepdad, after my dad died, when she did meet him, we wasn't poor. We always had what days when we did. Sometimes we had bread to eat and syrup sandwich of mayonnaise. That was my favorite, mayonnaise and sugar sandwiches. But she always made a way, you know, kept it moving. I wasn't easy or hard to please. So if she told me we had to do this or that, we did this or that. I didn't, I figured she knew what she was doing. She ever taken care of me all that time. So, and I kept it moving. Now I had a pretty good, like I said, regardless of all the craziness that we went through, I had a whole bunch of fun too. You know, um, I didn't like the type of person that didn't want to stay on a job. If the job wasn't right for me, uh, I felt like my duty to let it go. I always went over people's head. I always got to know the big boss, and someone would tell me this ain't right for you. You need to, they would be honest, and I don't know. It was okay. I can't complain. Like I say, besides all the BS, I met some good people in my life and still meeting good people, you know. So yeah, that's about it. I just now writer, I dabble in it now. Healthcare, yeah. I worked in hospitals and yeah, I did all that kind of stuff before. By Libra being so close to Virgo, because in ancient times Virgo and Libra was together, and then they separated the two. But yeah, a lot of healing stuff like that. That's what I try to do now. I present. I've always did that because my family was healers. So yeah, did a lot of that too. hmm Yeah, just study yourself. Get your notebook. Each house, and find out more about you. What can make you, if you want to be rich and famous, that birth chart will tell you, but it's one missing. One house is missing, and that's the one between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and that's a fucus. See, that's the house of immortality. That's the house that completes you, where you're going to feel like you're missing something. But United States don't show that. Only Japan, China, few countries that we don't know of, that they won't say anything about it. But that's the one that's missing. So you have to find out more about that 13th house, with the one between Sagittarius and Scorpio. That matters a whole lot to be balanced, to be totally balanced. Yeah, you got to find out more about that. Oh yeah, it's real. But see, they don't want you to know that because you'll be too smart. You'll know that game they playing. They use it a lot. The Masons, the Vatican, all of that use the 13th sign. They know it's a woman. They know if you go and look and study all of them, just like Baphomet, it had breasts at first. That was the 13th sign. When you look at the Vatican, they bow down to the Madonna, and that's a black figure on the wall. Look, just pay attention to what they doing. Go back and research them, you know. But they got us bowing down to something else. But they don't bow down to what we bow down to. When they get ready to do their rituals and stuff, they go by that 13th sign. number 4, which they told us that was a bad number. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of trickery. How to find out what's really going on. They sneaky now. Oh yeah, it's real. If you look, if it got if you pull up in Google show you that 13 chart, the chart with the 13 sign on them. Ask Google, it show you that. Can't help but show you. They gotta show you what's going on. That's how it works. But it's up to you to ask the right question, and how far you want to learn stuff. Yeah, they gotta show you. That's the way it goes. Otherwise, they'll get punished. They ain't crazy. They know exactly. Yeah, that 13 sign real, but they ain't gonna put it over in America. America's full of deceit, fantasy. They want you to live in that fantasy world of I don't know if you ever seen on Netflix. I believe that's so much us. Once upon a time, I love that little series where the witch came, took everybody to our world, and had them living in that little town, and they couldn't remember who they were. I think that's us. And now it's time for remember who we were. I really think that's how it actually was. Had them living in the world that we thought was make believe was actually us, and this world is a facade, a hologram. So I don't know. I'm still figuring everything out. But yeah, you can look up all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it's on Netflix still, but it is so good. Yeah, it is really good. I think they only stopped it because one of the ladies, she didn't want to play that role anymore. She was the savior, and she didn't want to play that role anymore, and they stopped the series. But yeah, it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's on anything else. My kids would have to tell you that. I don't know. But yeah, it was so good. It tell a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was my venting for tonight. Just I don't know. I think things would be so much simpler. Like this, I'll just pass it up. Where is it? And then I don't know if the love and the secrets. Why it's got to be that way? Why you can't tell somebody? Or y'all tell each other how y'all truly feel. To me, it was like love. To me, was like I can trust you. You loyal. You know. Yeah, I seen the Hunger Games. Yeah, that show do seem like us too. But loyal, know how to protect yourself, your body. Be honest with me if you feel like you needed to talk to somebody else, and then you have to tell me why you would still want me in your life. Why are you talking to somebody else? And if it made sense, I mean, just straight up tell me what's going on, and we talk. And our house, your house, you got some marriages. Not everybody agree with this. That the wife don't want to know anything, long as you don't change anything in the household, your ways, your love. If you that sex prone, that's going back to the Egyptian and the Native American I've talked about. But they knew, like the one he would marry, she would have her children for him. Then, when a certain age, they know that if she would eventually keep having those kids, that it would eventually make her unhealthy. So she allowed him to marry someone younger to keep the bloodline going, you know. So certain things just kind of talk it out. You know what I'm saying? And kind of be honest, not sneaky and vindictive. And, say for instance, you did get a younger one. Now he's comparing you to her and, stupid stuff. So that's why I don't know. I don't, but I'm older. Y'all, I don't know how old you is, but yeah, 23. So you got a long way to go, but I would just pay attention, to things and pay attention to what you really want. Not what your parents say, not what society say, not what whoever you meet say. What do you want for your life? You know, and then go for it. That's all I could say. However, you could live. I met a prophet one time. This prophet lady, she came to help this lady that lived down the street from me. This lady was mean and cruel. She was so cruel that her son thought he had schizophrenia. She was driving him crazy. So the lady, the prophet, was living. She was living with her daughter. Something happened. Her daughter got hooked on drugs or whatever, and she had the granddaughter. So both of them went and lived in a shelter. And she said the creators put her in that shelter because they knew that lady was gonna come. Everything was already designed that she would go around and help people. So she went and helped. This particular lady came and got her, told her that she can help, she can take her home and help and all that. But actually, the lady thought she had money. So when she found out she didn't have money, she started cussing her out, treating her bad or whatever. So I met her, and that's what she was telling me about it. So she started having prayer with me, and I was real concerned about my neighborhood. And I was always trying to do things, to help the neighborhood out and stuff like that. So I took her to the main neighborhood, the community center that was supposed to help everybody, which was dying. And she told me, she says, no, she says it's not gonna ever come back the way it was because they did too much deceit and evil things to the people here. So it's got to be a punishment. She says, so I advise you to stop worrying about it because it's not ever going to be the same. They're going to take over this place. And she was right, you know. And the creators moved me from that neighborhood. But the lady that she was staying with, she kept trying to talk to her about changing her life and stuff like that. So the lady would cuss out, how you going to tell me something? You was homeless in the street. Mind you, the prophet had been a millionaire. She go and help people who are millionaires, middle class, wherever the creator sent her. You know, she have no ties to anything. So if they tell her to go and help, they're gonna open doors for her to go on that person's level to get them to go sway to whatever they're supposed to do in this world because they are off balance. They're not going down the path they're supposed to help whoever they're supposed to help. So she said, okay, so the creators told me time to go. So she left from the lady house. And I think about maybe a month later, I went by the lady house. She was on the porch just crying, 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 crying. The mean lady. So I just passed by. And when I went back about 2 weeks later, the lady died. So the prophet lady didn't get a chance to get her to change her life. She didn't want to change. She still blamed everybody else for her downfall. She still low braided people. But you know what happened? A month later, after she passed away, her son moved in that house and got his mind back and was living good. He wasn't even tripping on her no more. He felt good. But yeah, it's just, it's what you came here, what you want. You can get whatever you want. Don't let anybody fool you. It's just a matter of how you thinking about it and who you're letting your life. If you see that they don't, the red flags. If you see that they're jealous, you feel any way to that, either bring it up, or if you can't bring it up and they start an argument, you need to start distancing yourself because they're gonna try to do things to knock you down. That I did learn late. I learned that late. I thought a whole lot of people was my friend, but I felt the red flags. But when coming from a dysfunctional family, I thought that was the norm. But I had to learn the hard way, and then I just broke off, you know, from everybody. I just got tired of deceit, and I just no hard feelings, love them, wish them and their kids and everything. I wish their life be the way they want it. No hard feelings. It's just that I had to go down my own path. I had to protect myself, and that was it. you know. What me say? I don't want to sound depressing, but I look at Earth like a job. I didn't come to make friends. I just want to get my money and go. That's the 3D world. That ain't Mother Earth. Don't put her in. That's the way the system is set up from the Roman times when they made the coins, and probably Egyptians too, where they used to trade. That ain't Mother Earth, because she wants you to be free. She have everything, the resources that she don't ask for a dime. She just asks you, to if the don't rain or whatever, the water or the respect it if plant stuff or stuff like that. But she'll do all that freely. You know, she don't ask for much. Just take care, get up your trash. You know what I'm saying? Don't be drilling so much and take all her things out of the earth. How much gold you need, how much diamond you need. I mean, come on now. Her world goes by the oil and all of that stuff. She functions on that. Why do you want to keep taking and taking and taking from her like that when that's her children? You know, they breathing. That's why we have, the crystals and the down, all this alive. And they want to take it and just keep using it and using it and taking out this earth and, just respectful. Like you want to be respectful, she want to be respected too. So it's not her, it's the way the system is set up. Because they money hungry. They want power and control and stuff like that. Because if you don't have a dime in it, okay, for instance, we go on a war, hopefully not, and we can't go to work. How do you survive? You know what I'm saying? If storms come again like it was before, or 2020 like we just had, and we can't do anything, how do you survive? Have you been researching survival channels, the preppers, how to survive, seeing what Mother Earth plants that they don't have in a store that are healthy for you to survive? How to start a fire without matches. You know what I'm saying? Without money, how would you survive if that come again? Some people killed themselves. Some people couldn't handle it when that happened in 2020. you know so those some things to be happy without the money. You making it like that's life. Money is not life. Money is something they set up to control, to make you work to death. You can't enjoy what you got, the beauty of what you just bought, because you got to work to keep it. And then when you think you own it, you don't. You got to pay taxes. That's not their stuff. None of this is theirs, but they make you pay taxes for the rest of your life until you get 65. If that be around, because I'm finna be 60, and 62 is when I'm supposed to be starting getting my money back, my pension or whatever, Social Security. Who knows what the government's going to be at that time? You think I'm finna wait on it? I'm not finna wait. That's not something I was determined to wait on. Oh, I'm gonna retire when I get 62, 65, and wait on the government check. That's never been a dream of mine. I've always try to plan. That's a lot of times I was disappointed because I did go to school and college and learn different stuff, but I'm using it now. I'm using it now, but I went to school for all the years. But I've never thought about, and then retiring is what? Then you look at it, the people in Congress are oldest ever. The presidents that's been in office oldest ever. Why would they tell us, the people, to retire and don't do anything? Your body don't function. Who? No, I mean, money is not breathing. No, it's not. Money is a setup. We could go back to trading. If money wasn't here, if you live by me and I had a garden that I made, and I can give you some of my fruits and vegetables and say you go in and you cook it, and you cook for us, you know, and then we share. Money don't even have to be exchanged. You You don't have to depend on your mom and dad. I'm not saying don't go to work and don't earn money, but have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan for if something happens and you can't go to work and you can't make the money. Do you know how to survive without it? That's all I'm saying. Because things happen all the time, and you might not be by mom and dad. Can you take care of yourself without having the money? Do you know how to survive off of Mother Nature? You know, do you know how, those things you got to consider too. How do you make sure your water is pure off the land? How do you make sure your water is pure when you in the store? You know if that water in this right here, they can be getting it from toilet water. We don't know. It might, who knows? It might not. Okay, that's a plan. Okay, so you can get somebody, pay somebody now as you go to show you how to survive without money. Yeah, you got preppers, you got the survivors, you got a lot of people show you how to do different things. That's a plan, you know, while you getting wherever you want to be. I'm not saying it's not good to have a nice home, a nice place to stay. I ain't saying nothing like that. But if anything happen, how you preparing to survive? That's all, you know. Without those material things, without money, will you be happy without those things? If all the jobs shut down and you can't have it, will you still be happy in here? Because that's what matters. Not the outside, not the money in your hand. How happy are you with yourself? You know? Can you be by yourself and enjoy your own company? Stuff like that. If you had to stay somewhere by yourself a whole month, that's because you stuck in the 3D. Yeah, you 23. Yeah, y'all about that age. I have a daughter that age, and that's her main focus, you know. And yeah, she's Leo with Taurus rising. So yeah, her focus is money. And she don't understand how she don't understand when I don't have everything works out. She don't understand that. I keep the faith. And I already know stuff gonna work out. I've been here a while, and then I just looked at it how life unfolds, and how if you just keep it in your mind how you want things to go and don't give up. I'm not saying don't cry, boo-hoo, I done complain and everything else, but you come back down to okay, but I know everything gonna work out. And it does, you know. And she can't figure that part out because she believes in stuff. But the creators had to show her some stuff though. She had to come down a bit in order to see that everything will work out. But yeah, don't get stuck in that money, because then you'll be trying to do anything for it. And and that's not good. Then they'll have you. Then you become a puppet more than we are now, a real puppet. Doing things that you wouldn't imagine to do. Don't worship money. That's not even, because later on we don't even know if money gonna even be around. That government system probably finna leave. I'm pretty sure it happened before in history. And then you might go back to something else come up. Just I wouldn't worship it. Yeah, you need it now. You want to live good. You're young. You want to look nice. You want to live nice. You want to have a nice car. All that kind of stuff. But make sure that's for you, not nobody else. Make sure you're making yourself happy, not for others to see and almost worship you, or you got picked on in high school, or you was popular in high school. You got to have a certain image. A lot of people in Hollywood I see, they want to be famous to show their bullies, and because they wasn't popular in school. Look at me now and all that stuff. I ain't worried. I got bullied and all that too. I could care less with somebody, showing off of how I am now. I don't care. I wish them well, the ones that are still alive. It's God. It didn't start out with the white man. The Greeks and the Romans, they wasn't full white. Don't let them fool you. It didn't start with that. And color was no issue back then. Not like it is now. It was not an issue. Okay, don't let them fool you on that. Okay. I mean, I know. I'm not saying don't adopt. Don't get attached where you'll do anything for it. You gotta love yourself. Because the creators, remember, we got higher ups. Whoever you believe in, he's supposed to supply all your needs, right? Whether you got it or not. So if it gets so that it's getting degrading and you have to degrade yourself for the money, then are you going to walk away or are you going to do it? Are you going to depend on or have faith in whoever you believe in to make sure they're going to supply all your needs? You'll always have a job. You'll always have money. You always have somewhere to stay. You always have food. It might not be 100% what you want, but you always have. Do you believe that? You know what I'm saying? So you won't get trapped. Otherwise, you can get trapped in this world and you ain't going to like it. You might not survive after they get through with you because you know they eat them up and they spit you out. That's how they do. Just yeah, I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself because I enjoyed myself, baby. I used to dress to the T, used to be at the club every night. Leave from the club and go straight to work. Oh yeah, I had a good time. But that was my main thing. I wasn't worried about the money. I know I worked to get what I wanted, but that wasn't my focus. I had the money, 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 money. That wasn't my focus. I want to have a good time. I want to enjoy myself. And I did. Went to every concert I could possibly think of. Right. Mm-hmm. And who wants to possess anything? I ain't trying to possess that. But you must be a Scorpio or Earth sign. What's your sign? Yeah. Yeah, you must be an Earth sign or a Scorpio or some a water sign. Or Leo. What's your sign? Did you already tell me what's your sun sign? Okay, I knew it. I knew he was an earth sign. Oh, Capricorn, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all like Virgo. Y'all the workers of the zodiac, and then Saturn is y'all dad. So yeah, that makes sense why you think like that. Yeah. Um, yeah, I understand now. And then that Libra moon makes you want the finer things in life, and that Taurus is going to get that money, period. That. Yeah. Yeah, I understand now. That's kind of hard for y'all to see anything but because y'all are the organizers. Y'all like to me, I broke it down about each sign in each category. Like y'all are the like myself, y'all the cardinal signs. It's Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, and Aries. We new. We like starting things new. We the ones that that say, for instance, a construction site. We the ones that draw up the plans. Well, Aries draw up the plans. Libra also created, think of new. Y'all Capricorns, y'all gonna make sure everything functioning and get everything in place. Who needs to be in place in order to get the building or whatever done? And y'all gonna make sure, and then y'all smart. Y'all gonna try to do it in a special way. 10th house, Sun, Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune. Oh wow. So your communication, you think out the box, and you know the secrets to stuff. Yeah. You know how to get things, the easier way to do it. I'm gonna look at it like that. You know, an easier way to doing things. So are you going to college, or you work, or just working, or are you teaching yourself some things, or what you doing? But yeah, I understand now, Capricorn. But watch our depression. Don't be see the only thing with y'all is if it don't turn out the way y'all want, y'all beginning to think it's a reflection on y'all. Y'all not understanding it's a lesson to be learned in that. So y'all can go into depression, or or anxiety, or woe is me, or it's my fault because it didn't turn out. That's not what's happening. You're supposed to learn from what's happening in your life, not put it on yourself. Yeah, I think like a Capricorn too. But I get some anxiety because my Libra is in the 10th house. I get some anxiety and depression, but I quickly get myself out of it. I'm like, that was a lesson to be learned. I ain't finna sit up here and while I might cry a little bit and holler and scream and get the cussing or whatever, but when after that's over with, I'm good. I'm going on to something else, something new. Mm-mm. I'm not finna dwell in all this stuff. But yeah, I understand now because y'all the worker bees. Yeah. The Virgo, all the earth signs, y'all the worker bees. And you're gonna make that money. Oh yeah. That's why I said college. Yeah. I hated school. And college was different. But I didn't want to go to a 4-year college or not. I felt I went to like, them schools where you pay, because I took bookkeeping. I was supposed to take accounting, but numbers got on my head. It gave me a headache, but I was good in it. I took lithography because I know I always, that's why I got the Lives magazine. I know I always I want to have a newspaper company. And since that's gone, it's barely newspapers. The Chronicle took over. And I always want to have a magazine, so I want to see how it works. That's why I took lithography. And I took a lot of other stuff too to keep myself busy. Like I say, my daddy, Taurus, had me running around like a chicken, my head cut off. Yeah, and that's over. Then I went to Job Corps. I had graduated. I was actually running from a relationship, and that's why I took lithography. I stayed there a year and graduated. And I learned a lot from over there and met a lot of good people that were lost. A lot of people had, over there. I feel like I helped a lot of people when I went there. But you could teach yourself too. You could teach us, well, according to what job they're gonna want to see credentials, but you can always teach yourself. Library, internet, volunteer. I did a lot of volunteering. That's how I learned a lot of my trades, a lot of stuff too. I don't mind volunteering. So you can teach yourself anything. That ain't no problem. You know, Even being a doctor, they won't tell you, but they got books. That's the same way you learn when you're in school through the books. But yeah, why you think like that? Because Saturn, of course, is your planet, and the world is set up in Saturn money. But yeah, I just tell you, learn how to be happy with or without money. That's all I tell you. So you won't get so depressed or feel like you're doing something wrong and blame it on yourself, because it's a setup. Enjoy life, do whatever, have whatever you want to do, be respectful, whatever, protect yourself, whatever. But if you don't have it, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Have that attitude, and if everything paid, car paid, or if you lose your job and have to downgrade, don't be ashamed of that. Because if you're ashamed, that means you're showing off in front of people, and you think they better than you. That's how I look at it. People who show off, people who feel down when they lose stuff, is You putting people above you. You saying they better than me, or they gonna look down on me, or I'm not good enough. They better than me. I don't look at life like that. Ain't nobody better than me. And that's not being arrogant. That's not being, you know what I'm saying? That's not being seated or none of that. I love me. Yeah, that's just in your sign. If you study your sign, you'll see that depression is in the Capricorn sign. Yeah, that's why you think it's the norm. But it wouldn't be. Okay, another thing you got to realize too. Whoever put this natal chart and all this stuff together, they also put in stuff to keep us boxed in too. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful of that. Because they say the Libra sign, we supposed to be materialistic. We supposed to be always wanting a man or a woman in a relationship. That's not true to me. Now you got some Libras that do want that. I really never want. I like the friends. I really never wanted to have an actual boyfriend. I never felt comfortable. Well, a couple of guys I did. One in particular, it was fun. He didn't make it. He made it fun. He was a counselor. He made it real fun to be his girlfriend. But all the rest of them was always serious. It was, either they was messing around. I see them when I see them, stuff like that. And that was all fine with me because they got on my nerves anyway. But I'm on more relationship with making sure my family okay, making sure the people, respectful of the people around me, people I meet, having a conversation, we learning from each other, giving a nice smile. Somebody might have a bad day, you know, have conversation with strangers I might meet, if they'll talk and open up. I mean, relationship like that, meeting the people, not really so much as gotta have a man next to me every night in my face breathing down. No, I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. Because I was telling my kids, I say, when I get married again, I hope he want. If I get married again, I say I hope he want his own bedroom because we both set in our ways. But at this age, I am because what I'm saying. I don't need him. Whatever he got going on in the bed with me, do what we got to do, and you got on in your bedroom. They laugh at me, but I really would like him to keep his own house, and I keep mine. That's just me. I never was big on that, and I don't feel bad about that either. You know, I like looking at men. Don't believe me, they look fantastic. You know, I don't discriminate. I mostly like confidence. I like somebody who confidence and know what they want and go and do what they want. You know what I'm saying? And making it happen. Not just sitting up talking about it and know how to use what they got for what they want and not just hold it. A mover and a shaker type of person. But for as looks, they don't have to be the handsomest. Because I can find something. I look in the inside more than I do the outside. I mean, it's good to look at the outside, don't get me wrong. But most of them, no, I'm not gonna say that. But I look at most of the heart. What are you doing? Are you helping people? I met one guy, he tripped me out. He was a Aries. He had never gave away a penny to no organization, no homeless, nobody. He was a millionaire and he got thrown down from being a millionaire to working a regular job, and he was trying to get his way back up. But I thought that was so scary that he didn't give anything to anybody unless it was, benefiting him. And that was so scary to me because I'm a giving person. I was like, I can't believe you don't help nobody. Yeah, and that's them the self. But I know Aries that give. You know, my second oldest daughter. The girl. The women are different than the men. She's a very love. She helpful. she'll give her she really like to help people. I have to tell her because we're the opposite. That's my opposite to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because people try to take advantage of her. They better not let her get in that full Aries mode because they have shit creep. But she love to help. But my grandma was an Aries. She loved to help, but she would help family. She really wouldn't help too many outsiders. Yeah, she was kind of she was like that. Well, she worked hard, so I don't know. She helped the only family. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. Certain things I look for in a partner. You know, I look for certain things, and that sparked my interest. Now I dated another Libra, and I stayed with him a while, a long time, because of he's a giving person. He got a lot of ways I didn't like. Degrees would influence 18 Aries would be more helpful. Oh, really? Now, see that I don't know about. hmm But yeah, the Libra, he don't mind helping people, help kids. He had some ways. But he was good at giving. He didn't mind. I stayed with him. He had a lot of good qualities that I liked, and a whole lot of them I didn't. But he had a lot of qualities. We would laugh, have a good time. That's the second one, yeah. Laugh, have a good time together. But Libra men like being around a lot of men, a lot. You know what I'm saying? They like their friends like Aquarius. And I have a problem with that because I'm kind of private and I like my privacy a lot. I don't like everybody in my space. And that he like in and out with it. Our blood type was different. That's another thing I consider. Blood type matter. Not only the zodiac sign and the birth chart, but blood type matter too. Because their blood type determine what type of person they are too. So that matter too. And also for having kids, because sometimes your blood type don't match. That's why I say back in my mom, they had to go through the blood thing. So your child won't come up either, may not make it or come up with some kind of deformity or something like that because of their blood type. So that's something you got to be careful with too. That's important things to ask. Yeah, because you don't want you want to have a healthy baby. I think me and my husband weren't compatible because my son that I had from him, his heart stopped beating in my stomach. So they had to turn me all different type of ways in order to get the heartbeat back up, you know. And just so happened my bloodline was strong, so that helped it, it helped it better. And the first baby daddy, she caught the sickle cell trait from, from his side of the family. So you have to consider all those things too. It's a lot to consider when you get into a relationship that I didn't know till later. But if I had to do it all over again, which I would not, but I would really if the knowing what I know now, I would know who to pick. It probably would be a business arrangement. To tell you the truth, it probably would be a business arrangement. I wouldn't worry about the love thing. As long as we respect and loved each other enough to respect each other, that'd probably be good enough for me. But yeah, we see what time is it? 4, almost 5. Well, I'm gonna close, Miss Stray. House signs, planets, are your kids' energy? Is it true? It's your kid, your fifth house. Um, let me see. Just make my fifth house. Well, I actually don't have. I have Taurus in my fifth house. So Taurus is family, also like Cancer. So that's Virgo healing. I don't think so. I don't know. My kids kind of. I got 6. So I don't know what house would be that house. I think I looked at that one before. I was listening to Flight Ball, forgot his whole name. He was trying to explain it, him or Uncle Fernando. He was trying to explain that how you can tell about the children, how you can have, what did he say? How you can know how many children you're going to have. Something like that he was saying. I can't remember. I'd be doing so much stuff, listening to so many things. But now I don't have it's Gemini relationship, 6th house. I don't know how to tell. If I did do it, I have a video, I probably forgot. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. Something I was doing before. Can't remember. Oh, I think I was doing it on the partners. With partners that I've had, I seen in my chart. And I forgot how I did that. Yeah, and it fit the partners I had. Talking to somebody. Yeah, I forgot how I did that. Taurus, Cancer. I forgot how I did that. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. I appreciate you talking, conversating with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope we hope we help each other. But just remember, be happy in here and learn to survive with or without anything or anybody. That's a lot important right there. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, Miss Trey. You have a great night. Well, morning. I'm trying to debate, do I want some coffee? I'm still not sleepy. I had 2 cups of coffee. That's why. But I'll eventually fall asleep. Sometime I do, sometime I don't. All right. Have a great day. Great weekend, rather. All right.